play on the words. The title of the book is The Holy Educated Motherf cker.
Yeah.
And I talk about holy in many of the ways that most people think about it, some kind of spiritual connection. But then I do a play on words. Holy, WHOLLY, and holy, HOLEY. And the idea is that all of us have some purpose in the world. Holy. I try to think about words in the way that they are defined. And holy does not only mean some spiritual connectedness to God. It means living solidly in your purpose too. And so I lean into that in the book. But also I highlight how all of our experiences, the good ones, the bad ones, the benign ones, that they all make us who we are and all help us live out our purpose today.
Yeah.
Like, if not for the bad things in my life, would I be able to sit here and talk with you and have empathy and compassion with the bad things you've had in your life? And through our shared trauma, be able to help people. We needed that. And if you take that away, I don't know that I even have much to say that would resonate with people. So that's the holy, the WHOLLY. And then holy, holes meaning empty spaces where there's no solid. And that was important to me because when I matriculated through engineering school, and then also when I worked in manufacturing as an engineer, and then when I was leading engineers and technical professionals, my personality is very much casual, open-ended, spontaneous, conceptual, big picture, all the things. I am not a rule follower. and those things or just don't agree with whatever box you would put typical engineers in. And what I found fascinating was that people expect you to be as good in the things that you're good at, but also good in the things they're good at.
Can you say that again?
People expect you to be good in the things that you're good at, but they also expect you to be good in the things that they are good at.
Gotcha.
So if I am scheduled, now you need to be scheduled too. But I can appreciate the fact that you're casual and open-ended and spontaneous and can at the drop of a hat pivot, but you also need to be scheduled. And those two things don't typically come together in the same person. Now, there are exceptions to the rules, of course, but the person who can find the gnat's level of detail problem is also probably not going to be your amazing strategist. And I'm speaking in sweeping generalizations, of course, but I was trying to get people to understand that for all humans, there's good things about us and bad things about us. And we over focus on the bad things about us, the holes.
Yeah.
And the holes prevent us from being able to live full lives and help other people.
Yeah.
And so I wrote a little book about let me show you the holes in my life and how I have navigated and still been able to live out my holy purpose.
Yeah.
Anyway, and what's been fascinating is when I wrote the book, I do think that I was writing as if I was talking to my best girlfriends. But what has been amazing is that men and non-binary people have been my greatest cheerleaders in this work. And I've been surprised by that, actually. I don't know why still.
I think I do.
Do you know why? I have no idea why.
I think I do. I feel like, and you follow me down this thought hole here.
Okay, I'm going to follow.
Holy, WHOLLY, adverb entirely fully. I kind of took that as that's the authenticity side. That's the authentic side. You know, the holy, HOLEY, was the flawed. Okay, great. We're all flawed in some way. Great, get over it. But what resonated, because in my mind, I was always shamed, guilt. And I know the wonderful Joe Barrett, a good friend of yours, will be here to kind of spotlight a little bit of that as it rested with me and some similar stories in his. But the authenticity. And what it did is like, how do I get over this guilt and shame and knowing who I authentically am as a gay person? Mm-hmm. And this is when, and I was reading it, and I love the fact that you're an engineer, because I could see your 30,000 foot angle, how you looked at things. And when I would go in and work with organizations about how they can acquire talent in the most diverse and belonging way. And so you took that, and I thought, and at the time I was really going through this self-awareness journey, and you put, if I could do a redo, I would likely take it, or so I think. But when I evaluate what I have learned, what I have gained, how my life is better, stronger, kinder, and gentler, I ditch that thinking. I embrace and accept the life I have as the beautiful one I have been blessed to live.
Yeah.
And I was in.